We're so excited to introduce the Forest Weaving project to art and Native expressions classes. We have a problem at our woods. Invasive bittersweet is taking over. And it's not just here at Central Middle School. It's throughout the whole community of Ada and Cascade. So we'd like you to watch a little video to learn more about it and then see what our plan is to tackle this big problem.
Oriental bittersweet breakout. During this year's fall, the lemony lime leaves climbed up on the oak and hickory trees which Forest Hills is known. The Oriental bittersweet is an aggressive, non-native vine that can grow up to 12 feet in a single year. They can reach up to 90 feet and have a diameter of 10 inches. This horrible invasive plant has been growing and is starting to expand into negative impacts on our country. Letting this expansion happen is a hybridization with our beloved native species. Bittersweet is well revered as a beautiful vine with fruit that has an orange showing. There is also other types of bittersweet than just Oriental. One of these bittersweets is American bittersweet. American bittersweet is harmless and native to America. American bittersweet is noticeably different than Oriental. So on the left, we have American bittersweet, and then on the right, we have Oriental. And now I'll be passing it over to Kian.
The vine does have decorative features. The female plants are berry producers, which all of us can see in the barren woods during the cold times. To add on, it has a heavy seed bank below the vine and a high rate of germination. It has high, wide range of birds who eat the invasive plant. Oriental bittersweet is no joke. It is very harmful to the trees and our environments. We need to take action and get rid of it before it really hurts the environment. As you can see, the red leaves of the oak and the sumac bloom out. Over time, the leaves start to get devoured by the Oriental bittersweet. The bittersweet strangles the tree to death. There's a solution to our problems. Due to local conservation districts, people can learn more about identification of the significant invasive vine, as well as different strategies to get rid of the bittersweet. Some people can be hired to remove invasive plants, or you can do it yourself. You can cut the invasive plant by grabbing saws, clippers, and choppers to help get it down. If you see or know someone who has an invasive plant, make sure to call someone. These invasive plants are a danger to our environment.
Thanks to Nathan and Kian for that informative video. And now our solution, forest weaving.
Hi, 7th and 8th graders. Mrs. Sevigny and I are super excited to start this new project with all of you. We will be creating weavings together with your groups outside in the woods. So this video is a brief introduction to that lesson. But first, what is a weaving? Maybe some of you have done this before, and maybe some of you have no clue what a weaving is. So here's some examples I've pulled up of different weavings with a little bit more of the natural elements, which is what we will be making. So you can see they're different shapes, different sizes, made with different materials, from yarn to scraps to anything you can find outside. Let's look at some more examples. So again, you can see that there are ropes or grasses or things running both vertically and horizontally. And by doing that, it's holding them together and creating this beautiful piece of art. So, and again, different sizes, different shapes. Here's some more examples of outdoor artworks and different ways that you can combine materials together. So again, a weaving is an artwork that is created by running materials both vertically and horizontally. The first thing that you need to know when going outside to start your project is, how are we going to build this base? And so that is called a loom. The base of your weaving is a loom, and basically it is the structure that goes around your weaving that gives your weaving support and tension as you work. If you don't have tension, it's going to be really loose and your weaving is going to droop and it may fall apart. So the loom is one of the most important pieces, because if we don't have that tension and structure, we can't really build a weaving. So some different examples of looms. A basic loom is something like this, made out of wood, and there's string that runs from the top to the bottom, which we will also have. And it's held together a few different ways. You could do it like this first one and create like slits in the wood that wrap the fiber around to hold it in place. This one is using nails, and again, wrapping the string around the nails to hold it in place. We will actually just be tying and looping our rope all the way around these branches. So to create your loom, let's go down here, building your loom, here's a couple drawings of a very simple loom, and what we need to do is find trees or sticks and things outside that are large enough to run on the top and on the bottom that connect to the trees that you find. So you will go outside and find an area that you want to create your loom between two trees, and then, like in this very elaborate drawing here, you are going to create your loom. Now these vertical lines here are my trees, and then these lines, the darker lines running here, are going to be what you have to find and collect to then make this loom. These areas that I've circled are where you will tie around the trees so that your loom stays in place. Now when you tie this, you're going to be using rope. We won't be nailing them to the trees, and you have to create a ton of tension so that this holds in place and doesn't fall apart. So in the next few videos, you will see how to do this and what you can find in the woods to use to create this loom.
And so the forest is a blank slate for you and your group to make a positive impact. Let's go.